All right, the wind taking no time to get blowing here in early spring. The coolest day we've had around here in a while. A cold front, obviously a dry one pushing through northern Arizona throughout the day today. Our high temperature 60 degrees, still above the average of 54 for this time of year. 29 degrees was our early morning low out there, and sunset this evening 6:49. Taking a look at the statewide highs, everybody coming down around 5 degrees from where we were yesterday. We've just been nudging temperatures down a degree or two each and every day here this week. 70 in Payson today. It was 72 in Winslow, 68 in Prescott. The strongest winds across northeastern Arizona. Had some blowing dust out there across lower desert locations throughout the day, with winds gusting up around 40 miles per hour throughout the day. Starting to subside though now as we get this cold front moving away from the region. You can't even see the cold front because there's no moisture with it, but obviously the cooler air coming in. If we take a look up towards the Rocky Mountains, there's the bulk of the front. Brings some snow to the front range and the Rockies, the northern Rockies, as it moves through Colorado and now in eastern Colorado, and the very dry end of this thing moving out of Arizona. So we're going to see these winds start to subside here. We did have our first red flag warning of the season issued by the National Weather Service today for high fire danger, and that was from eastern Coconino County all the way to our eastern border, and that is still valid through 8 p.m. this evening. The wind's still blowing a little bit more as you get towards eastern Arizona, where the front is still moving through, but starting to relax for us here across the region. As we get into the next couple days, tomorrow a little bit cool, less wind. Saturday, breeze picks up. Easter Sunday, it looks like we're kind of back in the same situation. It's all sunshine, but we get back to some wind. All right, we do have a total lunar eclipse coming up, not overnight tonight, but it's tomorrow night going in early Saturday morning. And the total lunar eclipse is when the sun, the earth, and the moon, they all align, and then you get the earth's shadow cast on the moon. And this is going to happen for us in Flagstaff during the wee morning hours. And it's a couple-hour event here. It gets going right around 3:15 early Saturday morning, and you start to see the earth's shadow move across the face of the sun. And then as we get into the main part of the earth's shadow, it turns a little red, and we call it the blood moon. And it's the refracted light that goes across the earth, and when it refracts, it starts to cast this red appearance across the moon, and that's called the Earth's umbra, or the main portion of the shadow. And when that starts to get cast across the moon, this is kind of the most dramatic part, when the umbra just starts to get across a good portion of it, and you still have a bright moon and a good portion of red moon. And then as we get towards 5 a.m., that's when you're going to see the whole moon red, and that occurs for about 5 minutes or so, and then it'll start to move out of the umbra, and it'll continue to be partially eclipsed until moonset at 6:15. So if you want to get up tomorrow morning, pretty cool celestial event out there. Okay, currently outside right now, 55 degrees, and we're mostly sunny. Winds out of southwest, 13, dry out there. Relative humidity down to 12%. We're going to be in for a cold overnight tonight, 25 degrees, and that's kind of optimistic. I think we see some of the colder locations probably get down into the teens overnight tonight with the dry air behind the cold front. Tomorrow, less windy, a little bit cooler, a little bit of a northeasterly breeze out there tomorrow. Sunny, 58 degrees, and statewide, 70 Sedona, 68 Prescott, 66 Winslow, 68 Pace. So we'll be clear skies, and then going into early Saturday morning, there'll be no problem viewing the total lunar eclipse during the overnight hours, and you want to bundle up because it's going to be another cold overnight out there tomorrow. First night of Passover tomorrow night, big holiday weekend. Easter on Sunday, it does look like the wind starts to pick up again out there for your Easter egg hunt. And down in Sedona, beautiful temperatures here right through the forecast and into Easter Sunday.